So, what's interesting to me is Jeff Kaplan came out and basically explained that the amount of bad behavior and toxic player punishing that Overwatch has to do.
We have to deal with this so much. It's slowing down development.
It's slowing down fucking progress on game, like new features.
Hey,
because you guys are all assholes.
Welcome to the problem that Dota and League of Legends faced.
But
exactly.
But here, I feel like this might be the first time anyone's trying to combat it as hard as possible.
No. Those two games took enormous amounts of development resources to this
just
problem.
Fight that, yeah.
Because they looked at it and they said, okay, what's the number one thing slowing the growth of our games? The fact that they are the worst community ever.
That's a pretty good point. Okay.
The tutorials got created, mentor systems, fucking. I remember they were even experimenting with like default settings. Hey, did you know that if party chat is off by default, toxicity goes down 8%? You know, all sorts of crazy shit. And now Overwatch is popular enough to be in there as well.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you get it big enough and you have a broad enough audience. Guess what? It's a cesspool. It's the worst.
But but I guess like Riot is just huge enough to have the ability to develop devote resources to that and not slow down new shit. And
I don't
Overwatch
think Riot's smaller than Blizzard.
Well, I don't know about the team sizes.
Oh, maybe the team.
No, the answer is to use more resources,
I guess. But right now they're straight up just like, we are spending so much on this that we can't make new shit. And this is a public message telling people, please stop being assholes.
No, you can't. No,
so that we can make more stuff for you.
It doesn't work like
that. And it never will work. It can't work.
I mean,
people enjoy the game by being assholes.
Like, hey, Wooly, what was when we did the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds video? What was the first fucking thing we did? We turned off global voice chat.
Yeah.
You know why? Because that shit's never going to get any better.
When I stream Friday the 13th, guess what the first thing I do is
turn off global
everybody.
Voice chat. And like the team games that have competitive, like codified competitive ranked systems are always going to be way worse.
The thing is that I feel like there's absolutely a group of people that enjoy the game more because of that film.
Now, I'll be really honest. Back when I played Gears of War 1...
Oh, you fucking gross piece of shit.
I may have had fun. No, Gears of War 1 and Halo 3.
Were you on the mic?
I may have made some jokes at some children's expense who shouldn't have been playing an MA-17 rated game.
Okay, well, that's another thing entirely. Right?
You know what's
you
know that kid that's like, fuck you, mom, and in your game.
Yeah.
You know what's great? Making that kid cry.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't do that. That's a bad thing to do. Don't be toxic.
I love the line, tremendous amount of time and resources gone to punishing people.
Yeah. It's a real, that's what they said. No, that child was given permission by their adult supervisor to play this mature game. So
surely.
What's the worst one you've ever heard? It's always the baby in the background, right? That's the worst one.
Shut up, that damn baby.
I think the baby in the back, or the Xbox Live message. You only won because my baby was crying, or whatever. Like, yeah.
You only won because my girl was sucking my dick.
Yeah, right. Shit was so cash. Anyway, I mean, like, Jeff.
You only won because my girl was sucking.
Kaplan, this message in an attempt to like just curb it with like, I guess, telling people please don't do it.
It's stupid.
It's an interesting experiment. God bless. It's a naive approach.
It really is.
If anything, I feel like people would double down. Because if you're already doing it,
we'll show him.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to. It doesn't necessarily have to convince more people. You just have to take the same amount of people and make them do it more.
So what's interesting to me is like Blizzard's experience with this, right? They've had a large amount of success with Diablo, the real-time strategy games that they've done, and an MMO, right? Yeah. So an MMO, this behavior is self-correcting, right? The really, really toxic fucks get GM'd out to stop being a problem, and then the game world becomes generally shitty, but it because your character has a level of permanency, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then RTS games, you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Most of 90% of the time you get by yourself. So what do? You yell at your opponent at home.
But
right?
this is strictly a team.
But these are team games.
Yeah.
Like MOBAs and Overwatch are team games.
Communication is 100% necessary.
You know what's way worse than you getting killed by a better opponent? Your teammate losing your match for you.
Yes, exactly.
That's 100 times worse.
The fucking teleporter pointed at the cliffside.
Just to give another example of it, and I know it was referenced, but in Friday the 13th, if someone has leveled so much they've gotten everything in the game, they don't care anymore, right?
Don't care.
So they disabled team killing in the game because then people that have overleveled just want to fuck with matches.
That's correct.
So they'll try to kill you.
Yeah.
So when they did that, what's the next logical step?
Blocking.
They'll take mission critical items and just never give it up.
Hey, well, do you remember when we played those Resident Evil online games? The what the fuck were they called? Outbreak?
Yeah.
That's how people would troll in those games because there's no voice chat of any kind and no in-game like typing or communication. So people would rush to get the key or some shit that was vital and just fucking run away from other people and refuse to use it and run out the fucking clock.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, at the very least, at the end, they pretty much say here that there's not going to be a moment where we have a magic patch in Overwatch that makes bad behavior go away.
Well, no.
They know that it's an uphill battle forever, and it's just going to be a thing they have to wean people off of, and eventually start making content again.
They also have a toxic problem in Heroes of the Storm because it's a MOBA. Like, in particular, like, people get reported thousands and thousands of times and never get banned.
Yeah. Well, here, people used to talk about how, like, the report system doesn't work. And, well, one thing they did was they rolled it out for console because it didn't exist on console, which is crazy. But they rolled it out, and they also said, like, people complain that the report system doesn't work. But they gave out a stat here that basically straight up says they've taken disciplinary action on over 480,000 accounts, and 340,000 of those were a direct result of reporting.
And I know what you're thinking. That's 500,000 people. And you know what I said to that? You need to, like, quadruple that. Or, like quintuple that. Well, particularly in regions in which the way that you buy Overwatch is not as a $60 product, but as a rented time slot. Right? Like that, those people, they're going to be tough to ban.
Hey, what would you say if, like, you booted the game up,
and
then there was just a prompt that went, like, enable super cheat mode now, win mode, enable it permanently on your account now, and there's a yes and a no button.
That's right.
And if you click yes, you're permabanned.
I bet that would get an astonishing
high amount.
What would you think about that system?
I think that would get like 1 million people right off the bat.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wait, I was just curious.
And it's the first thing that happens after you buy and boot the game.
Yeah, right away. Enable mega cheat mode.
And then it goes, thanks for your money, idiot.
And it's in brackets, only you will know that you have mega cheat mode on. And then you click and then you're fucking locked.
That's good.
Fuck you.
I like that. This has been an ongoing problem. I remember Microsoft was doing a fucking voice analysis research a while back because Microsoft's ideal future is the console you're playing on will be able to detect if you're being a massive asshole by analyzing your speech and go, hey, shove it.
Jesus,
or usually just mute you in the moment. But that shit's far away. And also requires the console to intelligently listen to you at all times, which I'm not sure a lot of people would be down for.
Like 360 had a whole reporting system on its Xbox Live thing as well, but it required you leaving the game and going into their menus.
You never did it.
No one was going to do that.
But it was fine at the time. Like, it's all you had, so...
You know what I think?
Nowadays it would be
what I think is the worst part? So whenever you report somebody in a game like this, you do it in an MMO, you do it in a shooter, you do it in a MOBA, you always get the same message. And it goes, we're going to take care of this. you will not be getting an update on what has happened. You know what would be really useful? That if that person got banned or disciplined or something, you would get like a check mark as on that report or harassment report or whatever, so that at least the community would feel, oh, I feel vindicated. That guy actually got in trouble.
Something
or,
happened. Yeah.
Or even like a GM has read this. You know, or like something, right? Because what the feeling from the player base is that you send it out, you literally mail a letter to somebody, and they say, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it," on their website, and you go, "Aren't you?" Because you never get to appreciate the actual difference because there's a billion shitty people.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta wonder, like, because look at the whole typing BM into the chat just filters to, oh, it's past my bedtime and my mommy's calling, or like all those little like,
oh, see, that's good.
Trivializing things or whatever, and it's like, yeah, people fucking like within seconds are like, yeah, I'm gonna own that.
Yeah, I'm put a period.
I'm spamming it now.
Yeah.
You know what?
Mommy bedtime now.
Nappy time.
Meanwhile, while they do that.
Good luck with that, by the way.
I am very interested in seeing technological and social solutions to this kind of stuff. It's such an interesting problem.
I think the solution you put forward is the only way to get that million accounts at least.
Yeah.
Well, there's two solutions. One, everyone shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Disable all chat.
By the way, that was FF14's solution to their PvP toxicity problem. They completely disabled all forms of communication.
That's interesting.
And the PvP community went crazy. Because you can only send out pre-recorded like chat messages now, such as go to the left or go to the right. Yeah. And people are like, how the fuck am I supposed to tell a healer, somebody to fucking target the healer in the back with all the coins or some shit? And they went, oh, well, we don't want it to be toxic. So yeah, that was their solution. It's like, oh, okay, we can't fix it. Fuck it. Just complete disable of all communication.
Well, now it means jump on Discord.
Yeah, but at least you get to choose who you're in your
adding
Discord
to your
party.
Discord. Yeah. So that already kind of solves it. But that's the problem with having people play your game. There's just a percentage of shitty people that are in a population when people play your game.
I just got the perfect solution to this problem. I know how you can cut out 100% toxicity from your online multiplayer shooter.
Well, now I'm interested.
Okay, you ready, guys? You ready?
Okay.
I have an idea, but
you shut it down.
Okay, well,